I'm Lindsay.
I'm Allie.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Katie Beth.
We've known each other our entire lives as family, but we've become best friends through our love of stories.
In 2020, we formed our own virtual book club as a matter of survival. Now, we want the same for you.
We are the Kindred Story Collective, and we're looking to build a community of bookish women who enjoy slow days, group conversation, and finding the beauty in everyday life.
Welcome to the collective.
Before we start our podcast today, we would like to
Acknowledge our
observe,
missing member.
yes, that Lauren is missing today. As with all book clubs, sometimes you just can't make it, and so we are a party of 3 today, and we're looking forward to having Lauren back with us.
Yeah, we're gonna miss her contribution.
Yes, and for this one and for our next episode, but hopefully we'll have her back soon. Just wanted to let you guys know. Welcome to our Fireside episode for the month of May. We are going to be talking about, drumroll please, Nancy Drew! One of our favorite childhood classics. And so I thought I would start off by going over a little background for Nancy Drew. I think it probably is a pretty classic, cozy read for most people. But, you know, just in case you didn't like Nancy Drew as much growing up, or you just didn't hear about it, or you were living under a rock, I wanted to go over a little backstory. So, for those who don't know much about Nancy Drew, the idea of Nancy Drew was created in 1930 by Edward Stratemeyer, founder of the Stratemeyer Syndicate, a children's book packaging company.
Okay, I just need to pause.
Yes.
Syndicate sounds so sinister.
It does.
It's like a villain in Nancy
It
Drew.
is.
It's a little scary.
The kind of people who would be hunting her would be some kind of syndicate.
Syndicate.
Doing nefarious things.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting and kind of sus because he didn't write the books.
Right.
He hired ghostwriters to write the story under the pseudonym Carolyn Keene. Pseudonym, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Okay. And they were paid a flat fee of $125 to $250 per copy, and did not keep any rights or anything. So
What does inflation do to that, though?
I thought you might ask.
Yes!
Okay.
So in today's dollars, that would be $2,471.65 to $4,943.31.
I mean, that's pretty good.
It's not bad.
It's not
Really?
too bad, but I mean, I guess it depends on how long does it take you to churn. I will say they're pretty formulaic, so it's if you can repeat the formula, I'm just wondering how long that would take you to write.
I think they're given the outline and then you just write it.
Yeah, I think, so I don't know about at the very beginning.
Okay.
That is a potential because I don't know how much Edward had to do with it.
Okay.
There are several interesting little things here. So the first thing is, I don't want to go too out of order. Okay, so the first ghostwriter was Mildred Wirt Benson. She wrote the first 23 books.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so Jackson, my oldest, loves audiobooks. And he got into the series called Penny Parker, and it was written by Mildred Wirt Benson.
What?
Yes, she's a reporter. It's basically Nancy Drew, but she's a reporter, and she lives with her dad. Her mom died, obviously, and they have a housekeeper, so, you know. But she reports for this local paper, and her dad is the editor of the paper.
Okay, and I bet those were never updated and like...
No, they weren't. So she's, like, in high school.
Okay.
And going on these adventures, and it's Nancy Drew as a reporter, and anyway, he loves listening to them, and I was looking, because I was like, Mildred Wirt, so I think I was looking for more audiobooks of it, and I found out that she was the originator of Nancy Drew, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no wonder it's so much like Nancy Drew. But anyway, the Penny Parker series on audiobook, very good, great narration, very fun for kids.
That sounds awesome.
That's my next month.
Yeah.
Yes.
My next commute for...
Yeah.
So that's interesting too because it sounds like it's a similar character, and she apparently put a lot of her own personality into Nancy.
Okay.
She was an energetic Midwest journalist who piloted her own plane.
Oh!
She was a pilot.
Wow!
And sassy, apparently. So.
Well, I
Love
mean,
some sass.
yes.
Oh, and also architectural interest took her to Mayan ruins and canoe trips in Mexico.
So she was actually going, because
So she
that's
was
one of the
Nancy
things
Drew.
that I
She was
love about
Nancy
Nancy
Drew.
Drew
She
is
was.
she goes to these really cool places.
Yes.
And so Mildred actually
Did that.
did
I mean,
that and
there's
was
a
writing
book-
from experience.
Yeah, she goes to an archaeological dig in one of the books.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Also, I don't think I've read that book. Which one is that?
It's I'll find
Okay,
it. I don't know
alright,
off
okay,
the
yeah,
top of my head.
off the top.
I think it's like this message in the oak or something,
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
because it's hidden in a tree.
That sounds okay.
I got stuck on that one for a while, and
I wonder if it was written by her. Was it?
Yes,
Okay,
it's
never mind.
really
Okay,
Never mind.
we'll figure it out.
We'll put it in.
On the screen.
Yes.
Okay, so another interesting thing is the first 3 books were published at the same time
Okay.
on April 28th, 1930, which is tomorrow. Right?
Yeah, this
Yes,
is
tomorrow. This
Yes.
is the 27th.
Yes. So we are recording this a little
Yeah.
early for
as you
May.
can go.
But we planned this. That was 96 years ago. I did the math for us. 96
my
years
gosh.
ago tomorrow.
Oh, we should have had a cupcake for
Oh,
Nancy.
for Nancy, a little cupcake. Happy birthday, Nancy.
Well, we can put that on stories tomorrow. Make it like.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We'll do
Yeah.
that.
So in the past, you'll have already seen it.
Yes.
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 Um,
I'll add it to the Nancy Drew lore highlight. So if
Okay,
you miss
yes.
it, you can catch it.
yes. Yes. And also, Edward Stratemeyer actually died from pneumonia
Oh.
12 days after the first 3 books were published.
Oh.
That's
So
terrible.
it's really sad. So he never got to see the full success of his intrepid girl detective.
Ah.
His daughters took over the company, and
Oh.
eventually Harriet Stratemeyer Adams took the series over, and she started outlining some of them, and eventually she wrote them.
Oh.
And I think
Interesting.
she might have finished it out.
Okay.
So our next section, we're going to be talking about what Nancy Drew meant to each of us. We each have a special bond with her, I would say. So, Allie, do you want to start us off with this section?
Okay, sure. So I first came in contact with Nancy. I was in first grade, so I think I was 6. And there was an older girl. We had to split class, so I had first and second grade in one classroom. And there's an old girl who read Nancy Drew, and she was in second grade. And that's how I first saw her. And then I started checking them out from the library. And then I think my 8th birthday, my mom got me the original, like the 1 through 56 of the Flashlight series, the yellow. And I read them. I finished, I think, in 5th grade, but it was to the point where I would bring a book every day and I would put it on my desk, and like whenever I finished a test or classwork early, I would read my Nancy Drew. And one day a kid goes, "You had a different book on your desk yesterday," and I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "Did you finish that in a day?" And I was like, "Well, yeah. Like, why would I bring the same book every day? Like, why?
Yeah,
I don't
why?
understand."
Yeah.
So, that's me, Nancy.
Yeah. And then we will go to Allie's house for the summer to visit sometimes, and I would always come home with several of her books, and I would read them, and so I would spend, I often think of these days as I'm feeding people and doing laundry, and I just think about, I used to just sit outside in my room, any place, and read, and I'd knock out a book in a day. And I just think about that sometimes with great fondness. But I'm also like a huge history buff, and so I one time read a piece of trivia that talked about how Nancy was originally created in the 20s or 30s. What is it?
30s.
Oh, that's right, the 30s.
Yes.
So, and she was different. And I remember we were at your house one summer, and we were in your basement, which was the cool place to be. And we were watching a 1930s Nancy Drew
Yes.
reporter, and we were like, this isn't Nancy. I don't understand what's going on. She's not at all like our Nancy. And then when I read the piece of trivia, it clicked that this was the original Nancy. And so it became my mission to find some original copies. And so I don't even know where I found this. This is a 1940s Nancy Drew edition. And in the front, okay, I'm a huge World War II buff. So there's this whole like disclaimer here on the front. I don't know if you can see. I'll read it. It says, this book, while produced under wartime conditions in full compliance with government regulations for the conservation of paper and other essential materials, is complete and unabridged. I don't know why it never occurred to me that books would also be rationed. Paper was rationed in World War II. And so books obviously used a significant amount of paper. And so it's like, it had to be, I guess, change up production a little bit to use less of paper. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know how. Anyway, still going strong. But this is from, this is further down in the Nancy Drew, number 18 at this point. It's cloth bound. This is considered cloth bound.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. I love old hardbacks. Anyway, and then, I think this came from a yard sale or something. I inherited it from my sister. And I was very excited. So this is, I believe, after they've already updated Nancy, but this is a 1961 edition of Nancy Drew, Minstrel at Lilac Inn, which is one of my favorites, because it's a ghost story. I don't like ghost stories. They scare me, but not Nancy Drew ghost stories, because she always figures it out. So,
Show the end papers.
yeah, look at this. Look how beautiful.
So pretty.
All the girls, I don't know if you can see that. Maybe we can zoom in and not lose quality. But anyway, it's all of their adventures from the different books. I think that's Shadow Ranch. Nancy on a horse, that's from Shadow Ranch. Oh, this is from The Cave.
We could do a picture of it, and that can be like the face of the story.
Anyway, so this is after she's updated to the 1960s. She's pretty similar. This is the 1940s in pages. It's the silhouettes. Very 1930s silhouettes. Anyway, so I was just very excited. There's not any interesting. I wonder if they added. There's no illustrations in this copy.
Oh.
I wonder if
Is
they
that
added.
from the 40s?
This is from 1940.
That's
I wonder if
interesting.
that's what they did to conserve paper, maybe.
Maybe they did do
Oh.
illustrations, or maybe there wasn't any. I'm not sure.
I know that there were, I did some research on it, and it looked like there were illustrations, I believe, in the beginning,
beginning, okay,
because they had some kind of, I should have written down his name, but there was a guy who was like a fashion designer or something, something. He made her a fashionista, and so like in some of these pictures, like she's just like styling it, walking
one
through
way.
secret
So
passageways.
I didn't even know that, and I've been knowing that Nancy's a fashionista. So I ran across a copy of a new Nancy Drew book from like the last 20 or 30 years. It's like an 80s or 90s or early 2000s Nancy Drew book, and it's like Nancy Drew's a tomboy and she doesn't like girl stuff and all. And I'm like, no, Nancy's a fashionista. She's always shopping. She's always getting new clothes. She is always in cute shoes, and she's still like kicking tush, fighting the bad guys. Like she does it all. And this book made her like, I don't know. I mean, it was very product of its time. Nancy is always a product of her time. I think, and a reflection of what people think about girls and women, and I guess at the time it was you have to be a tomboy to like do stuff, but Nancy was absolutely a girly girl. She killed it every time.
Yes.
Yeah, she didn't have to reject her femininity to be able to do all the cool stuff. And
Yeah.
that's why I think she's such an icon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just herself,
Yeah.
and she's not trying to fit.
Yeah.
And I mean, we have George to be the tomboy. Like,
Exactly. George
already
is
have
the karate chopping, judo flipping.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be George. It's like, yes, I'm gonna karate flip somebody.
Well, I had a similar story with Nancy Nancy Drew. I just grew up reading it. I don't remember if you introduced it to me, Allie, or if I just...
I think we were just simultaneously.
I think you just, as a child, as a young
Yeah.
girl,
Yeah.
you just kind of discover Nancy Drew if you read at all and go to the library or whatever. But I was intent on collecting them. And I remember, like, as a kid, like, seeing Allie's collection and being like, wow. That's amazing.
Yes.
And so, that is a loud car. Okay. Also, apologies for all of the loud traffic that is going on right now. I think one of them, I think one of them was the fire
Literally
truck
Main
going by earlier, and it sounded like a demon from hell. It was just like, so if you hear that, it's just the fire
I
truck.
live across the street from a fire station,
Yeah.
and we may have to cut when the fire alarms go off and like they pull out and everything.
And then
Yeah.
the voiceover intercoms.
Yeah.
Wah,
Yes.
wah, wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah, like a
I could
spooky
hear it.
character. Wah, wah, wah. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, we were talking, and then it was just like,
Like a possessed cow.
yes. Okay, sorry.
Somehow I sleep at night.
It's used. You get used to it. Get used to it. I wanted to collect them too, and my mom knew this, so she had a list. They have lists in the back of these books with all of the. That's the Hardy Boys. Hold on. She had the Nancy Drew mystery stories list in her purse at all times, and she always
That's amazing.
shopped, and I would go in there and I'd check off the ones I had when she got me some more. And anyway, so she worked on that for years, and so I had this growing Nancy Drew collection, and I even had in there, I had this, it was like a collector's, it was big. It's a big book, and it was a collector's edition thing from Books A Million, and they were giving them away for free at Christmas time if you purchased enough inventory. And my mom bought enough stuff because she was buying Christmas presents, and then she just looked over at me and she was like, forget this happened. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll forget. I didn't, but
Spoiler alert.
We're crossing the days off till Christmas.
yes. But it had like it told you all about the background of Nancy Drew and the different people who wrote it, and then it had like just different pages. I don't even remember what all it had in it. It was so cool.
Yes.
Anyway, fast forward to moving. We moved from Tennessee when I was 14, and then moved 1 year later into our house that we had built in Arkansas. And so when we moved to our house that we had built, all of the Nancy Drew books were in a box.
Oh no, I'm having very bad feelings about this story.
And to this day, I don't know where the box went.
Oh,
It's gone.
You never found it?
No. No.
Oh.
And it's a really sad story. I bring it up every couple of years to my family, and they're like really tired of hearing about it, I'm sure. But I'm just like, my Nancy Drew books, like if you happen to see a box somewhere,
You're not sure what it is?
yes, in my mind, I was like, it's got to be there somewhere.
It
It's got
does,
to be, and
yes.
in my mind, I knew where it was, and it was like under my bed, and I'd look under there, and I looked in the attic. It's just
And your
not
mom's been
there.
downsizing too, so she should have come across it
Right.
in one of those.
Right. So
Oh,
I just
where
don't
else could
know.
it be?
You know, you always lose that one box at least when you're moving, and
I
it
mean,
was my
yeah.
Nancy Drew box.
Oh. I'm depressed now. This is the saddest story.
But I am now working on collecting them again.
Oh,
So-
while you're here, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta go to Books by the Pound.
Oh.
They have Nancy Drew.
They do.
Okay.
Or they did when
They at least did
Okay.
a couple weekends ago.
All right. Yeah,
Yes.
I might have to go check that out real quick.
Mhm.
Because that's my new goal, and it's my new entertainment. So I'm going to try to keep like a little list on my phone at least of all the ones that I have. So then when I go to a thrift store or somewhere where I know they have Nancy Drew, I can look through and pick out a couple new volumes
Yeah.
to bring home. So anyway, yeah, I'm just on the lookout for those. I think I might make a story like. I gotta add to the Nancy Drew
every time you
with
find
that.
one,
Anytime I find
yes.
one, if I'm going to shop, I'll probably fill you in on the
Yeah,
stories
that'd be
as well. And then I also have 2 extra copies because I accidentally didn't make notes
Yeah,
of
of which ones you had.
which ones I had. So maybe in some future time, we could do like a giveaway with
Oh,
Nancy
that would be
Drew.
so fun. Yes.
And then 2 lucky people can get
One of
an
your extra copies. From our bookshelves to yours.
Yes, yes, a true book club, borrowing
Yes.
books all over the place.
Yes.
Can I just make a quick suggestion? Instead of writing down the ones you have, write down the ones you don't have. And then those titles stick out at you.
That's true. Yeah.
And then you can just delete them when you have them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
That's, okay,
Just,
I'll do that.
Simple.
Yeah.
More
Currently,
efficient.
I just have a picture of the ones I do
Oh,
have,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
but obviously
make you a
that will.
list.
I'll have to update it.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yes, I need a list.
Lists.
So that kind of wraps up that section, just talking about our favorite
Yeah.
childhood memories of Nancy Drew.
And I would just want to, I always liked it when Wednesday came to visit because she would put the books back on the shelf, and for one shining moment, I had my collection back, and it was like, because the rest of the year there was like a gaping hole where I had the books. Which is fine. Books are meant to be shared. That's why you have a
Absolutely.
bookshelf, so you can share your books.
Because
Absolutely.
that's funny, because I always remember your shelf as having all the books, but it's because I was there
Because you
and I
were
got
there,
back what I had
yeah.
borrowed, and I had not yet pulled out the books that I was going to borrow. So all my memories are just all of your yellow books.
And mine are, they just, I always knew, I was like, okay, she's coming next week. I have to have read like the next 5 because she's going to take these, and I have to be
I feel
up
like one
to
time
date.
I feel like one time I caught up to
Uh-oh.
you, and we had to like, we had to do like a break, or like we had to do something.
I don't remember what we did because I could not read them out of order. And my mom makes fun of me for it because she's like,
I think
they're
I think I
standalone.
did take them out of order one time. I think I
Okay.
took like 2, and then I left like a couple book gap for
Oh,
you,
wow.
and
Oh,
then I
that's so
took
sweet.
2, and then I came back, I grabbed those, and then I grabbed.
Okay. Well, that's really nice because I can't read them.
Okay.
And my mom's like, she always got mad, but I'm like, they're numbered for a reason. They have numbers on the spine.
I know they always stay in order.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Allie, why don't you tell us about your recent find?
Yes.
Okay, well, if you must, if you insist. Okay, so this isn't our stories, but if you don't watch our stories or follow us, which you should because we're a good time, we have lots of really funny reels and Kate
We're hilarious.
Okay, so Nancy Drew, updated in the 80s, 1 through 56. Last book, 13th Pearl, and I'm not going to read the last sentence, but it does end with Nancy saying, "Oh, Ned, do you think I'll ever find another mystery?" And he's like, "I'm sure you will," but it doesn't ever like hint like, "Oh, in the next book of the series is da-da-da-da," like all the other ones do. Well, guess what, you guys? They lied to us. Because there are actually 6 more Nancy Drew books. It actually goes to 64. And I found them at my local thrift store. So we now have 8 more Nancy Drew books that Lindsay can borrow. And
I'll wait for you to get through them.
okay, thank you. Or at least in the next couple.
Yeah.
And I am so excited because I almost cried in the bookstore. I was trying to explain to my dad how important this find was.
Aww.
And I almost cried. And then later, so I got them, they were $3 a piece. And later
What?
he,
That's such a good price.
I know. they're
Oh
so
my
good.
goodness.
Yes.
What? Okay, sorry.
This is an excellent gift
I've been
store.
paying $10 for like Nancy
$3.
Drew.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta go while you're in town.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Uh-oh.
But my dad looked them up on the internet, and the 57 through 64 sell for $250 for a bundle. So like
Snap.
they are rare treasures, and I think 57 is the hardest one to find.
Okay.
Like it's very hard to find 57.
Yeah.
But that is my new life goal because I don't have all of them. I only got 59, 58, and 60. So there's still somewhere out there, and so now I guess we're both finishing the collection now.
Yeah.
And we're all
Looking
on
for
the
different
hunt for the
ones.
new books.
Yeah.
But then also I did want to point out that they have come out with reprints of, I have Secret of the Old Clock and Mystery at Lilac Inn. And these
Are
are,
so big.
they're
Can I
huge.
hold one?
Yeah. Yeah, they're huge. And these are, they went back and got the text, the original text from the 30s and 40s.
It's got
And
the
they
old
printed them.
typeface.
Aww.
Mhm. I mean, these have kind of the old typeface too.
Yeah.
They're similar, but
They're
yeah,
just
this
not
is
like
like the
an
legitimate.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's no pictures.
There should be a couple in there. There's one in the beginning.
Oh, okay. Oh, I love the
There's like a note.
There
by
is a-
Mildred Wirt
Mildred
Benson,
Wirt
The
Benson.
Nancy I Knew.
Oh, that's a really great essay. You should read that.
Okay.
Oh.
She
I'm
talks
so-
about how they were updated and how she felt about having to update her people.
Aww. Nancy Drew, look, she's so fashionable. Guys, look at this 1930s drop waist.
Yeah. And
Close
her hat. Yes.
Close hat.
And I haven't read them cover to cover yet. I need to, but I mean, at least Secret of the Old Clock is a different book entirely than what was reprinted. Like
Wow.
9 days.
Wow.
It's an entirely different story.
Isn't it all like the Nancy Drew game?
No, it's not. The Nancy Drew game just kind of went.
Okay, we need to have like a whole separate thing about the Nancy Drew games and what
Oh,
those
she
meant
does.
to us.
We're about to bring
Oh.
that up. Don't worry.
We're so
Don't
on the
worry.
same wavelength. Okay. But maybe in the future we'll do a deep dive and I'll just kind of tell you like what's the difference between the books because I'm real nerdy like that.
Yes, definitely go
That's
to our
so cool.
Instagram, Kindred Story Collective. I have it saved in a highlight, but Allie shows like up close and personal where you can see, it's hard to see here, but shows like the difference between the books and the pictures and like different stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Okay.
okay, I'm gonna have to read the new Secret of the Old Clock, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very curious now too. But
Maybe
you know
that
what?
should just be like, I think we should just read like both of them and then just be like,
Oh.
because so we're all also writers and so
Yes.
I love this kind of stuff where you just like go real in deep and be like, I want to highlight things and
Mhm.
yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we're
awesome.
gonna have to do a literary analysis on.
Yes, the differences and that's exciting.
Yeah. Maybe we can each take one. Because I have two.
Oh, and
there's
come back
probably
with
a
our
third one
finding.
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can find a third one somewhere. Oh, no.
Well, I mean, I've got this one,
Yeah.
but that one, see, this one feels very much like the originals.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if they had already like switched up her because it's 10 years after it started.
years
So I don't know if
after.
they had already like done an update.
I don't
Yeah.
remember when they updated it, but they updated it for.
I want to say 60s.
I thought it was a six. I thought it was
Just
Oh
60s.
yeah, it
based
you're
on-
right. You're right. There were some
Because
things
the
that were.
the ones that we all
dress,
read
yeah.
were very 60s,
Yeah.
and then those are 80s.
Yeah, these are.
Although in that one's defense, it does remind me of the. Did you guys ever watch the Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys?
Yes.
From the
70s.
70s?
Yes.
That reminds me a little
That's
bit of
probably
that.
what they were going
I
for.
like the Hardy Boys better than the
I
Nancy
liked
Drew.
the Hardy Boys better. They
Yeah.
made Nancy. I didn't
Yeah.
like her, but I loved the Hardy Boys.
Well, it's hard
They
to
were-
please, like as a Nancy character.
I was
It's
afraid-
really
I was
hard
afraid-
to-
I was
She was
Frank
very
girl.
70s girl. I would say that. It's very 70s.
Yeah.
I don't think I've. No, I'll take that back. There's one adaptation that I like, but are we going to do adaptations?
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Okay, we'll save that then.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I can-
Speaking of topics that we're saving, we found that we could not stop talking about Nancy Drew. So we've split this episode into half, and we will be releasing the next one next Wednesday, so stay tuned for that.